Good morning and welcome to the Darkmom Consortium for May the 22nd. Yeah, May the 22nd, 2020. Woohoo! I have to look it up there. Yeah, I know, I have to look up the dates. Oh, let me get into Discord there. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning, Mom.
How are you today? Or am I breaking up again?
A little bit overactive and excited.
Ooh, yay. Good to hear it. Thank you very much for all the goodies. I owe you some EC. Fortunately, I can afford it now, courtesy of all the loot we've been getting.
There will be some extra loot this morning again.
Yes, there will. Obviously, I wasn't, well, not obviously, but I wasn't on yesterday. I had a really bad migraine, so I went to work and basically crawled back into bed for the day.
Oh, yeah. How did the interview go?
Not well.
Oh.
Well, it's okay. I mean, it was very positive, but it was a matter of, well, you're way overqualified for this job. You'll quit in X number of weeks, we know, because you'll find something better, and this isn't as much money as you want. But we have a position that might be opening in 2 weeks, so if you can hang on, we'll be back in touch in a week or two.
Okay, sounds promising.
Oh, it is. And in the meantime, my current boss said, would you like to work here full time? No. Well, would you like to work here more than you're working now? Okay. But it's the same issue. I'm overqualified for it, and it's unchallenging. But doubling my hours at the rate of pay means that if we decide to do Vegas, we can now afford to do Vegas.
Okay. In-game
Yes.
universe
Yes.
it turned out very friendly. With if there is no bad luck, I will able to get the brand new packet from the Mud store next Sunday in a week.
Ooh.
So,
well, how long is that on sale for?
it's the sale has been prolonged to June 4th.
Oh, hold on.
Yes.
I don't see it in Mud's. Oh, hold on.
Tweet yesterday.
I don't
Star
see
Trek
it.
Online Twitter.
Okay, why am I? It's not in Mud's Market, is it?
It is in look in the packets tab.
Well, I'm looking under. Oh, I see. So bundles, the time stealing choice. Yeah. Yeah. With the extra hours, I can actually now afford it too. But if I can wait till a little bit later, that would be awesome. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, sale ends in 13 days, 5 hours, 55 minutes, and 38, 37, 36, 35, 34 seconds. So let me see how I read this thing. We're talking about it. I'm still not sure I understand it. Selecting any of the starships among these prizes will grant you a count-wide unlock.
That is, you have three. You have 3 choices of. So you do 3 checks of 6 boxes, and the starships will be account-wide unlock. So that is definitely, my opinion, definitely cheaper than having done any of the lockbox lotteries, where you never knows if your investment gets you any ship.
That's correct.
And they are account-wide. That is, it's like this is, in my opinion, this is a good offer.
It is. So the T6 is Zen Stores, so that's not bad.
Yep.
Okay. And is it everything in the Zen store, or is it like the other ones where it's limited in the Zen stores to certain items?
It's every single ship in the Zen store. As
Ooh.
the vouchers are account bound, you cannot sell them.
Right.
But otherwise, they qualify as discount for ships, regardless of if these are brand new ships in the new items tab or ships in the regular ships tab.
Wow, that would be challenging because that would be a good one. I mean, I've got a bunch of T6 coupons that I still haven't opened. And those ships are nice. Boy, that would be challenging. I can live without the epic prize token for the Phoenix packs because I've got 2 of them.
Same here.
I don't really need the ultimate tech upgrades because I buy the ring boxes, though that's not bad.
My calculation actually says upgrading is always kind of a small lottery.
Yes.
But when I start making calculations based on Zen versus Dilithium, the way using Phoenix boxes during an upgrade weekend
Yes.
Is probably less expensive than Dilithium-wise seen than the ultimate upgrades would be in this packet.
Interesting.
That's but that's a very nebulous. When I compare at this time the value of the list price of the Zen ships from the vouchers, so there are the choice is either ships of a list price for 6,000 Zen or 10 ultimates.
Okay.
And based on that, my opinion is that going with Phoenix upgrades for upgrading is, even for gold plating, is less expensive on 10 items than going on the 10 ultimates would be.
Yes.
The Zen transfer and the like, and all the nebulous stuff. And if the Zen price suddenly drops due to something, then it would turn around. But current situation says the ship vouchers are a better pick than the upgrades.
Yeah, I agree. The problem I have with the ultimate tech upgrades is by the time I decide if I like something on my ship, I've usually already brought it up to at least a Mark 12, at which point, you're just doing an ultimate tech upgrade from 12 to 15, which I realize is Zen and Dilithium heavy, depending on how you're doing it. But, I've already invested time and money to get it to that point.
It's it always starts at the Dilithium.
Yeah. Yeah, it always does come back down to it, because that's the one currency that's extremely limited with the 8 to 9,000 a day.
Yeah, I have limits. 12 captains now working together.
Yes.
And sounds is much less work than it actually sounds, because I did a big max, a big burning of unused reputation marks.
Ooh.
So every captain either has more than the or needed to do the purchase over the next days, daily going and doing the change, or he will have more due to the bonus Dilithium from the running event campaign.
Yes.
I'm at 20k. I'm above 20k of Dilithium now for a single Pavo run a day, and so even those who had few marks compared to the hoarders, those will be all. Miss Money Piggy is now sitting on. Let me look on my notebook. Yes, notebook was most was needed for the notebook. Miss Money Piggy is sitting there and says, "Okay, 150,000 or from unused marks."
If I went through all of the dilithium I could get from my unused marks, I would have a lot of dilithium, which I probably should do. I've got more than a few with 12,000 marks that I'm never going to use for equipment. And honestly, how much do you need for equipment?
Yeah, and even the effective way where you say only hourly missions, okay, that's cool if you are low on marks. But if you have a pile of 12,000, when do you want to do? When do you want to get your dilithium? In 22nd century or so?
Yeah, it does take a while to kind of go through it, and then you have to. It's just the time involved for sitting there going click, click, click. And I love that they've reduced it so it's only 3 clicks per category, but still, it takes a lot of time. So I probably should do that and just...
If you have a pile, if it stacks skyscraper-like, so...
yeah, yes, most of them have a minimum of 2,000 to 3,000, and a lot have 6,000 to 12,000. Yeah,
you can even say yourself, okay, I do the burning, I melt them down to 2,000, and yes, so you are still wealthy on marks and wealthy on ore same time.
By the way, we just got rated by Cow Tip and Mike. Good morning, Cow Tip and Mike and crew. Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
We are discussing, what the heck to do when you have 12,000 marks for reputation, of which I have that on some of my tunes. Hey, good morning, Sub.
Subby, this is Ed.
Frank164 just gave us a follow. Thank you very much, Frank164.
I'm waving frantically, but I fear the mic cannot handle that. I wake in front of the mic, but no sound.
Oh no!
No.
Thanks for the raid, Mike. We appreciate it very much. Always nice to have you guys visit. Cow Tip and Mike is based out of the side of the world that contains Who Cares as well, so usually Who Cares comes on for a minute, says, hi, going to bed, talk to you later, bye. Alright, so let me put this out there to everybody who just joined us from Cow Tip and Mike. You guys going to get the new Muds Market Time package or not? Since it's now on sale for 2 weeks rather than the single week, or a couple of days, or whatever it is. Ooh, Sav already got it. Duh. Of course Sav already got it. Stu says, nope. You know, like I said, my hours at work just got doubled. That's enough to justify doing Vegas, and it's definitely enough to justify buying one more set of ships for me to keep in a box until I never get around to leveling them up. Stu, totally agree with you. The joy of I now work for the government, which means they need me. Somebody has to crunch those numbers in the morning. Unfortunately, it's the local government, not the federal government. Ooh, they're permanently reclaimable, too. Unfortunately, I can't summon over to my other toon. So, Ed, let's get back to the speed leveling concept now that we have discussed all the joys of Zen. And yeah, it seems like a good package, and I might do it. But it still takes me back to, I have 6 T6 coupons that I haven't used. I have the legacy or the legendary ships that I haven't opened. I have a jellyfish that I've opened but only started the build on. I just bought the La Serena, which I haven't done anything with. Well, the La Serena is a not account wide, so it's on one toon. I have to figure out who's going to get it. And I haven't even finished up all of my event ships yet on all my toons.
With such many ships in the shipyard, I would considering. Okay, you have to build approximately 6 new toons for the ship you will fly finally, and then mastering, testing, building. Consider my hair burning.
Sorry, there's a very unusual sound. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Good morning, Cygnus.
Mom, I sent you a team invite.
I don't see it.
I send it now. That was the announcement.
Oh, Cygnus is complaining about... Thank you very much, I have received that. Cygnus is complaining about lag. Yesterday was the first time it was so laggy that for the few minutes I was on, I had to leave because I was doing Pavo, and I was timing out in Pavo. The problem solved with putting La Serena on attack is my attacks get all the cool ships, which is why the jellyfish went to my side captain. Oh, before we do anything else, you sent me 4 each of the temporals and the paradox bomb, which means
exactly.
I have 5. Actually, if I activate Kurland, which I'm going to use, I have now activated Kurland, so Kurland is here. Does every...
Okay, ask.
Okay. So that gives me 4, so that means I really need to change out who I've got on my groundwork. I have nobody on ground. And that, my usual rule is 2 tax, an engineer, and a psi.
Which is absolutely fine.
I don't have 2 tax, an engineer, and a psi, but that's a whole different thing.
Okay. The way I do it is I put all 4 ground bridge officers I want to have in my ground crew on 1 specialization.
Oh, really?
In this case, yes. The nastiness of the temporal specialization, as it comes from the book, is the lots of displacements done by the uncertainty burst. They are doing combined with paradox bombs and other things. That is really, you can have a crew with meager equipment, even crappy equipment, but the powers, the bridge officer powers, do the job for you. That
I can see that.
They really keep your in this. That's set up Paradox Bomb 3 to be even more nasty than the version 2 that comes with the specialization book. That combination really is my crew takes the actual job. My bridge officers carry me through the mission, and I can focus on the captain doing his stuff, and the bridge officers take care that we survive, and also in certain cases they just win the battle on their own.
So in this case, you're suggesting turning them all to temps and dealing with...
And yeah.
Okay. I will do that.
And I would say Curland is one of my favorite for ground. Number 1, he's always getting into real. He's really carrying even for his co-bridge officers. If one of them gets unconscious, you actually see the comic bubble. Are you okay? Are you there? No voice over, as in They Boldly Wrote. That would be tremendous.
Oh, yes.
But yes, he is as caring as hologram as he is as on his position at DS9 when you're doing the extravehicular activity.
I have to say, that's one reason why I like A Step Between Stars is we get to have Kurland joining us. We need more Kurland.
And the other thing is he has the veteran trait that gives your entire away team a little bit extra damage resistance.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello there.
How are you doing today?
I am doing okay. I had a long night last. Yeah, I know. I've been playing. It's just that I've been, kind of getting other things done. I've been playing. I've just been kind of sneaking on getting my endeavors and my event done. So just a few minutes, and that's pretty much about it.
Real quick introductions. Ed, have you met Jason before?
Not really.
Yeah, Jason's usually on in the evenings, and Ed is usually on with me in the morning, so I didn't know if you had met yet.
I recognize his voice, but I couldn't place him, so...
Yeah, Ed is one of the senior fleet admirals, and all-around ship build resident genius. Helps me with everything. Helps everybody with everything. Is awesome.
I'm one of the bottom of the quote-unquote new guys, so...
Say that again, Ed? I didn't hear you.
I'm the European time zone.
Yeah. He's European time zone. Jason, you're here in the States, right?
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
Oh, okay, so... someplace I may be if they do Vegas, because I'm going to drive to Vegas. I declined to fly on an airplane with this whole mess going on.
Mm. So you'll probably be taking I-40 then?
I haven't decided. If I haven't gotten a full-time job by that point, I figure I'll take 2 weeks and enjoy my trip out there. And
that sounds like a deal.
Yeah, like week in Vegas 3 or 4 days out, week in Vegas 3 or 4 days back.
Yeah. Well, if you take I-40, you'll be going right through Amarillo, which is where I live, so that's kind of why I was asking.
I can definitely make that a point. Kit Tempest says, I bought a long-range science vessel yesterday and I can't find it neither in Starship Selection nor in Dry Dock. Kit Tempest, did you unlock it? Or is it still in the box? And yeah, Osab points out overflow bag. It could well be in your overflow if you have no available space. Well, if you've got a box, check in your inventory and see if it's boxed. Then the other thing is, let's see, you've already checked there. Ed, any suggestions if you can't find a ship you bought? Am I cutting out again? Did my Discord go away?
Oh yeah, I can still hear you in Discord.
Oh, I had muted the mic. Because I was doing a bit.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Okay.
Fine. Yeah, we have somebody who chews and eats and burps, and it gets kind of annoying at times.
I don't annoy friends that way all the time. No, that's what my... okay, unboxing would be indeed my first suspect.
It turns out it was in the overflow bag. He found it.
Okay. First stop, help happened. All is good.
All is good, yes.
It. How about going for petrol?
Okay, let me just double check my ship real quick here. The bat out of heck. Oh, was I supposed to unload everything and redo it, or are we just going to go with what it is?
We go with what it is, cause I got a message from you about doing some basic setup. Is that meant for the Somerville?
Yes,
for that
Somerville.
Okay, then for that part, I have another toon that has most of those missions that will help you also on its list, so we can team up. It's also a scientist, and we will be fine. We will be cool.
Okay. Well, shall we back to heading our patrols today?
I would say yes, getting
Okay.
to level 65 today, and after that, Little Mosquito will join you on the adventures of collecting cool stuff from missions for aspiring scientists.
Sounds good. Hey, really quick question. If I skip a mission, can I go back and pick it up later, or does it count as having been completed?
You can go back later.
Okay, cool.
Skipping just means skipping is just don't do it now.
Got it. Well, I am all set if you are ready to go. Jason, did you want to join us for some patrols?
I'm not actually in the game right now.
Well, then just join us for chat. And shall we start with the 9th rule?
Is the rule start with the 9th rule.
Here we go. Launching. So, Jason and everybody out there, this is a new toon that I created last week. Ed and I have teamed up, and we're just doing patrols, and we've been playing for 3 hours, 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours, yes.
Since Monday, and brought it from 3 to level 50 in 3.5 hours.
Not bad.
Sav says, Jason, that your mic is way too loud and you're blaring over everybody, but I can't individually change mics. I can only change the whole general thing. So can I ask you to turn down your volume just a bit?
Okay.
Is it, Mom? Are you doing this using for Discord?
Yes, this is on
Then
Discord.
then you can actually just right-click on Jason's icon and readjust his volume for you.
Oh,
and
the
that
cleverness.
probably might help the stream.
Okay, hang on a second. Right click on Jason, your volume. Try that now. I didn't know I could do that. I learn something new every day. Thank you, Ed.
Well, we learn new things every day, don't we?
We do, but now you're too quiet for me. Let's take you up a little bit. Try that again.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you
that's
like
good
this
for
now?
me. Does that
Okay.
work for you, Sovereign? Chuli at underscore Stowe. We are on advanced still.
We are in advanced still. We had been on elite in the low levels. Now go down to advanced cause
I was
number
trying to
of
get
ships.
killed a little too often, but it does work nicely on those low ones. And we're doing the same thing with DT's new La Serena, as we started her off on elite, and I think they scaled it down last night. As I said, I was out sick last night. Because everybody's so paranoid when I've got a migraine, I really hate to skip a day at work, because they'll be like, well, you should probably take 2 weeks off and make sure that you're not infected. It's a migraine. It's not contagious.
Yeah. Migraines are not fun.
No, they're not.
No.
And we've had such terrible...
But you're right. They're not contagious either, so...
It's not that I deal with, or I work with stupid people. They're most definitely not stupid, but medicine is not their field.
Yeah.
Paranoia somewhat is, because they deal with the public and they're like,
Kind of interesting seeing all these ships just go right into that gravity well.
I know, isn't it pretty?
Yeah, it's interesting. Just...
That's full space magic rotation.
That's full what?
Full space magic rotation.
Oopsie. You know what I don't have on?
Took me about half a year to figure out that build. And then one day I made it and whoa!
Well, Smearslin has sent me his build for the Mega Well, which I'm looking forward to seeing. I've seen him use it, and it's awesome. Just continuous death as everybody gets pulled into the vacuum, sucked down, and dies. Oh, I'm gonna die again. Come on. We gotta get some better heals here.
Oh, come on. You got a full 20% there.
31 now. I'm getting in a little too close.
Warp bridges. Gotta love them.
Yeah, and playing on advanced.
Which means you get damaged from time to
but
time.
also means that you get more drops for
That's
heals. So we'll take some fleet marks today, and now the loot collecting shall begin.
There is a way where you can just...
If anybody knows the way to collect it all, let me know.
Well, I mean, you click on take item, and then it gives you that says take it or leave it. There's some way it's an auto loot where you could skip that part of it.
Well,
It would be nice if there was a take all button. It would be real nice.
Yeah. Well, since this is a toon that has virtually nothing,
Yeah, you need
looting
as much
stuff
as you
is
can
fine.
get.
But at the same time, Ed's entitled to goodies too.
Pick need as a loot option.
I do.
Yes.
Hold on, can you pick
Okay,
that as
then
a...
everything is fine.
I don't see the point in greed.
what's the difference between greed?
Okay, when you click on need, you kind of have this dice roll
Mm-hmm.
between 1 and 100,
Right.
and whoever gets the highest roll gets that item. If you get greed, there is no dice roll. You only get it if no one else selects need.
Got it. Okay, so hang on a second here. So, Sav says options, basic tab. Enable auto loot. There we go. Auto loot is on. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you still have to click on take item,
Mm-hmm.
but you only have to click about half as many times.
Yes, because you can hear me when I'm doing this. Click, click, click. One click to pick up. One click pick up, eh? Let's make sure that worked the way I wanted it to. Advanced, basic.
Currently we are in teams, so we have the greed need dialogues for non-white items, but
Okay.
yeah.
I am. Thank you very much. Let me get those officers used. Okay. Got plenty of room. Are we ready for... Let's see, which one? Rescue and search next?
Rescue and search, yes.
I wonder
Launching.
when they're going to get all the other patrols in that menu.
I want to see the return of the Hell with Honor, or To Hell with Honor. And I really want that ground one with 7 of 9 back. I'm sorry, but that was so
yeah,
nice.
that one's a good one.
That is a great one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it's also excellent for certain endeavors. I would like to see that.
Especially when you have board ground you have to kill.
Oh.
Yeah, and a regular ground patrol, that would be also great for those who are not the starship types.
Yeah, I would like to see a few ground patrols in there. I mean, we've got ground TFOs and ground ground TFOs, ground other stuff, but
yeah, some ground patrols.
It'd be nice to have ground patrol.
Mm-hmm.
Admittedly, the 7 of 9 one was longer than this, but it was fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you make it fun, and you can take it a little longer.
I don't know I know Ed wasn't around for it, but we did one of the Borg patrols, and the requirement was no armor and hand weapons only. That was fun.
Hand weapons as in like melee weapons?
Yep, melee weapons.
Oh no, that would be fun.
Yeah, let's just say Borg versus presidential hand axe. Not a good combination for the Borg.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, the Borg were not happy.
Borg
have you seen
don't
the movie Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
Yes, I have.
Okay, imagine that against Borg. It was
Well,
a
if I was
lot
going
of
to put
fun.
Borg up against vampires, I would probably voted for the Borg, but maybe not.
And then we did it again with the Pavo crystals and the EMH, so all of a sudden we had like 20 EMHs running around.
Mm-hmm.
And of course doing it with the
Yeah,
assimilate
yeah,
module.
I remember that. I remember that.
That was a good day.
The last time I played that,
Oops.
the ground patrol was 709.
Mm-hmm.
I got this idea from a playthrough a long time ago, but this girl was doing a playthrough, and all of her ground, um, all her ground bridge officers
Mm-hmm.
were engineers, and they were just loaded up with turrets.
Okay.
And I decided to try that on my internet. You know what? It works out pretty good. And when you're on one of these ground missions, this works really great on home when you have to face up with all of those Herc,
Oh, yeah.
and you have tons upon tons of turrets and a few mines. It works pretty good.
I hadn't thought about that, but that could be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
My usual thing with home is make sure you go in with somebody who can drop a shield generator and a medical generator and put that over Bashir and what's her name. So they're...
Loris.
Yes. And then you spend the rest of the time just killing stuff.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a good way to spend an afternoon.
Yeah.
I mind myself getting just a little too close here.
Yeah. I tried that setup with that Borg patrol, and I was kind of scared of it because Borg have a tendency to adapt. But all those turrets killed them all so fast I didn't have a chance to adapt. I was actually surprised.
Yeah.
Borg can't adapt to kit modules, only to weapons operated directly by living beings.
Really?
Oh, okay.
That seems...
Or
fun.
androids.
So they can't adapt to turrets then?
They can't
Or
adapt to turrets.
drones? Huh?
They can't adapt to drones.
Wow.
That might explain why it works so well.
Well, this is a little easy. Get to just sit here and place fire weapons.
Oh, what you need is another character with a lot of DPS on there. Just have them fire all that DPS in there.
Well, that's why I have Ed. Ed's got all the
Oh,
DPS. I don't have to do any work. Duh.
Oh, okay.
This method works reliable only in teams of 2.
Oh, what happens if you get a bigger team?
Experience is divided somehow,
Oh.
and sometimes people just end up with nothing because the game decides. But in a team of 2, it works reliably.
Wow. We did it with bigger teams for DT, and he was leveling pretty nicely, but he must have been doing enough of the damage to make it worthwhile.
So I take it how much experience you get is depending upon how much damage you do, or what?
No. Yes and no. With this...
Smaller teams, I would say no. In a team of 2, I would say it's cool. And in a larger team, I think there is something based on your on the portion of damage you do compared to the rest of the team.
So let me know if that's any better. No, not now, not now. Not now, Kamarki, not now. Yeah, so went from 50 to 54.
Just have to get in the middle of all of that.
Yep. So I've enabled auto loot. Oh, I see. Much faster. So Sav, for Christmas, we're going to buy you a little desk thing where you can pick up everybody's chat and adjust their volumes to your convenience.
Mm.
Or I'm going to buy one for myself. I have not seen your adventures in glitching gallery, Sav. I haven't done anything, to be honest, for a couple of days.
It's in our forum.
I will go look at it. Speaking of which, we're looking at revamping the website. So if people wanted to get me a list of what they would like to see in the website, including enhanced security, we will start working on that for your dining pleasure. Because right now there's a few of us who use it, but not everybody, and we'd like to make it a little bit more accessible for everybody.
Website?
Yeah, the Strike Group has a website.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've visited it once.
And we've had a few comments on things it could use, so we're trying to be user-friendly and revamp the website, or possibly create a brand new website, because we don't have any control over this one. I am departing the system.
Same here.
A gallery of sexy mom pictures. I don't think so, Sav. There is no such thing as sexy mom pictures.
So Morions and bikinis.
Well, my original tune went to Riza. I like the the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
My original tune went to Riza, bought herself a cute little swimsuit, and I wasn't thinking of it because she was Andorian.
Mm-hmm.
So she had this tendency to look ever so slightly like a pink bunny rabbit. Because of the little antenna.
Rabbit? I thought Andorians were blue.
They are, but I put her in a bright pink swimming suit and kind of gave her skin this pink overcast because of the way they do swimming suits.
Mm-hmm.
Which are an overlay is the best description I've got for it. So the color tends to be ever so slightly affecting the skin, or more so than now.
Well, I'm pretty sure it turned somebody on from somewhere.
I'm sure it did.
Yeah, okay.
You know, no matter where you go, somebody's going to be excited by it.
Yeah.
Ed, we are on to Ruins of Doom.
Yeah, let's ruin the Doom.
Doom the
Patrols,
ruins, ruin the
right.
dooms.
We will, yes, this is the Doom of Ruins.
Alright, let's see if we can do this. Alright, can I get in there and collect those in 20 seconds is the question. Can I get in there and collect it in 10 seconds is now the question.
I think you can if you can keep from getting shot.
Yep, if I can get close enough to the edge, I'm also good. Yeah, I'm probably going to die there. Let's move over that way. Nope, died. And I'm going to have to go back and get things fixed. Oh, I picked one up, yay.
I have to do a little bit with my head-up display. And back on duty.
Now, if I remember correctly, you was in the Chicago area
I
at
still
once upon a
is in the
time.
Chicago area. Working on
You
making
still
that
is?
change, yeah.
Mm,
I'm doing some job hunting out in the Indianapolis area, but so far no love for the mom.
Indianapolis,
Though admittedly, Chicago versus
Indiana.
Indiana isn't a huge difference in terms of location.
I hear they have a really good racetrack. Of course, I haven't watched a race in a long time, so.
Are you talking about Indianapolis?
Indianapolis 500?
Yeah, hold it. That's supposed to be this weekend. I don't know if that was canceled. I would presume it was
Oh,
canceled.
I'm willing to bet it is.
Yeah, I can't imagine that.
Unfortunately.
They canceled Gen Con, and that's the other
Yeah.
huge one during the summer there.
Yeah, I remember when I was in high school, I would watch every race I could. Every car race, that is. But I haven't really cared much for racing in a long time.
I used to watch it just because my brother enjoyed it, and it would be a weekend
Yeah, well,
thing.
I mean, I hate to say this. I know a lot of racing fans would probably just come up to me and slap me if they could, but after a while, you just get bored with watching cars go around in circles.
Quite so. Hi, Genko. Thank you for hosting us. We appreciate that.
Or in the case of drag racing, watching them go in a straight line.
Yeah. I know a lot of people enjoy racing. It's just, Did we get everything out of there?
And after that, I have to clear loot.
Yes. Actually, I'm not as looted up as usual. Let's see who needs stuff. Let's give this to the Lucari then. And I'll head back. Well, Genko, thank you very much for joining us. So, Sav, there is a show that's on here called Dragification. Oh, Dragnificent, which is, for those of you who remember the old series, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy.
I never heard of it.
Okay. It was a show where I think it was 4 gay men would help a straight guy figure out clothes and skin care and housekeeping and things like that. Cute little show. Nothing spectacular, but a cute little show. And now they have one called Dragification, wherein 4 drag queens help a woman get her act together, which is kind of cute, not horrible. Nothing horrible. But having to kind of take it easy yesterday, I was just lying in bed watching that going, that's an interesting premise. I don't think I got enough stuff here. So, Ed, I'm taking a little too much in the way of hits. But I'm up to 55, so only 10 more levels to go. So I guess I can suck it up and take the damage.
Hey.
All right, nothing's in progress. Interesting. Yeah, I still haven't picked up even the first mission. All right, so I am at level 55. Shall I purchase some skills or just let it ride? I have 31 space points I could burn.
31 space points.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Commander section.
Yes.
Engineering area. The small tree on the left side.
Okay.
Commander. So
It's
the
hull plating,
hull plating and stuff.
energized
That's
hull
for
plating.
the early
and-
career, definitely.
Okay.
Good choice. Then tactical stuff. Again, complete.
So I've got weapon amplification and weapon specialization. My goodness, I'm going to have to go get something to drink.
Yes. I would pick all three in both rows or both lines.
Okay.
Okay, Captain not unlocked yet.
Captain.
So in the Lieutenant Commander section, so
Yes.
above those, 2 picks in the Impulse Expertise, Engineering the
Okay.
2 picks.
Got it. Just hang on to the rest till we get there.
Can you now go to Captain already?
Let's see. Yes, I know. I know of Captain. Wow.
Okay. Science row exotic particle, that is the left. Yeah, all 3.
Okay.
And again, tactical, both lines, top to down.
Go. All right.
Material is already available.
Yes, it is.
So, how many? You have 11 space points.
I have 11 space
ready.
left, yes.
Okay. Engineering sections,
Okay.
cogwheel, the tree, root, and the right leaf.
So warp core potential and warp core efficiency?
Exactly.
Okay. 9 to go.
9 to go. 1 point in okay. Points in each readiness. So the readiness lines, 2 picks each.
Readiness. So scientific readiness?
Yeah.
Okay. And tactical readiness?
And tactical readiness and engineering readiness.
Okie doke. Hey, Smirtzlin, good morning. And good morning, BP Callahan. And Harold, if you're out there, good morning, Harold. Let me redo that. Good morning, Harold. Well, while you're thinking about that, sector space travel speed or transwarp cooldown reductions?
A sector space travel speed.
Okie doke. Hanger health or battery expertise?
Battery expertise.
Maximum hull capacity or subsystem repair?
I mostly prefer subsystem repair.
Starship perception or control resistance?
Control resistance.
Okay. Do I not have that one? Yes. There we go. Projectile critical chance or projectile critical damage?
For projectiles, I tend to critical damage.
Okay. Let's see. Hanger weaponry or threat control?
Threat control.
Saab disagrees. Saab says, I always take transwarp cooldown.
With missions as transwarp points, opinion is okay. Energy critical chance.
Yes. And then the last one is engine subsystem or shield subsystem power.
Go for a shield subsystem.
That
power.
was my thought on this tune. Okay, we still have 6 points to burn.
Okay. Readiness, second pick each.
I'm sorry, say that again?
In the readiness
Yes.
columns,
Mm-hmm.
second pick.
For all of them?
For all of them, yep.
Okay, 3 left.
And the tactical, small tactical tree that from the triangle in Admiral, all 3 picks, it gives team support. And if you have hangar pets, they get
Okay.
they get also extra grant. But the team support is what makes that triplet always cool, especially if everybody else is also picking them. Your team just gets power by numbers.
Okay, I'm going to take a 1-minute break. I'm going to run downstairs and grab some coffee because you can hear my throat's a little weird. 1 second, I'll be right back.
Ooh, that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to make some myself. I discovered a little coffee shop in the basement of a bank, and I bought some of their whole bean. I'm going to try it. Hold on.
Okay, I'm back with coffee, so I won't be quite so raspy.
And the caffeine's got to be good too.
Caffeine? Caffeine's not good. Caffeine's awesome.
Especially
was
when
that
you
too subtle?
start seeing sounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just kind of commenting. I discovered a little coffee shop in the well, I say the basement of a bank. It's actually the first floor of a bank building.
Uh-huh.
And the coffee down there was pretty good, but they were selling bags of just whole bean coffee.
Yes?
I'm going to try some.
I buy my whole bean coffee from a sort of franchise called Gun Barrel Coffee. It's owned and run by ex-military guys, and a portion of it goes back towards various groups Currently,
Are you
they're-
sure it's not Black Rifle coffee?
Nope. Gun Barrel Coffee. Black
Barrel,
Rifle I've
okay.
had. Also good. Same concept.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing the subscription with Black Rifle because I hear they're good. I probably ought to just buy it back and try it first, but I hear they're really good.
We can now start comfortably the 9th rule once more.
Okie dokie.
Dad! Launch!
We're talking about the 9th rule of acquisition, am I right?
But of course.
I need to find a list of all those rules of acquisition just out of curiosity, if nothing else.
It's on one of the websites. You can just Google it. But there's also a published book. The
Really?
Friendly Rules. Yeah, I have it someplace. Well, probably my son has it at this point. Well, usually when I'm at Star Trek conventions, it's with my son. It's only been in the past few years that I've started going on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So we would always pick up books, and because our rule is may not have a lot of money for stuff, but I always will buy books. So we have a lot of Star Trek books, including the Rules of Acquisition. Speaking of Indianapolis, though, one thing I found is an apartment that's got a separate room, which I can use for streaming, and it's walking distance from an excellent coffee shop.
I take it it's not it's a little bit better than your simple Starbucks.
It's well, I don't know that it's definitely tastier than Starbucks, but I think more importantly, it's privately owned and run, so it's always going to be a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
So if you want to sit around and shoot the breeze and talk about this, that, or the other. Not right now, of course. You
I
can't
remember
sit
in one of our local shops.
Well, my son doesn't
kinda-
have a coffee machine, so I had to find a coffee place when I was living out there or staying with him on vacation.
Oh, now you know what to get him for Christmas.
He doesn't have enough room. His kitchen is like... He has a very small apartment, and the kitchen is teeny tiny.
Is this like an efficiency apartment or something?
No, it's actually quite a nice apartment, but, two guys, the first thing they're thinking about is not the size of the kitchen. So when I go out there, if you're washing the dishes, you have enough room to wash the dishes. If you're cooking food, you have to make sure all the dishes are washed because you don't have room for having things out on the counter.
Sounds
And-
like me. Sounds like the same problem I'm having.
And honestly, every square inch of spare space is completely occupied with Warhammer stuff or other board games, because they do a ton of board gaming and modeling. That's what my son does for his job, and his roommate's
He
almost
plays-
as into it.
He plays board games for work?
He works for Warhammer.
Oh,
Yeah, great job.
that would be a fun job.
It is a fun job. But they only need one person per store, so I can't go out there and work part-time for him. Well, I can, but it would be very limited part-time and not enough to pay for an apartment. And people are always begging to be his assistant. Do you need somebody I can... So it's in high demand, but yeah.
Never played Warhammer, but I had friends that do, and they are obsessed with that game.
It's like heroin, except slightly more addictive. But Indianapolis is slowly coming off of the lockdown protocols. When I was there 2 weeks ago, the restaurants were pretty much open for curbside. And with the weather turning nicer, some of them were putting up outdoor seating. Smertzlin is tall and has the counters are too low issue when he's cooking, which I can understand. So I used to work in a hospital doing some level of patient care, depending on what was going on, actually high level of patient care. And the first thing they teach you is if you can have the bed raised up. Most of them have little levers so they can be raised up, or motors so they can be raised up. Don't ever try and bend over to take care of your patient. Always bring them up to your level, because otherwise you're going to throw out your back and you won't be happy.
That
And
does
they
sound
were
like a
right.
miserable deal.
Yeah, I hurt my back more times than I wanted to think about, because I wanted to deal with the patient first and then, deal with all the fine tuning. This is a bad idea. So you're 6'7", Smearslin, and your girlfriend was 5'1". Oh, good, yeah.
6'7" and 5'1".
Yeah, well, Sav's hubby is 6'7", and she's 5'2". Okay, so Smearslin, let me tell you about my old office way back when. Ed, are we going to go on to search and rescue? Rescue and search?
Rescue and search sounds good to me.
Launching.
Yes.
Hi, Abda. Abda would know what I mean about raising up patient beds rather than bending over. Bad habit to bend over, and yet we all do it. But anyway, at one of my old jobs, they had misread the requirements for American Disabilities Act. So they thought all the kitchen counters had to be at that level, which is only service counters have to be at the very low levels. Regular kitchen counters can be up at, I think it's 36 inches or 42 inches normal height. So all the counters were 8 inches lower than they had to be, and all of us were getting our backs ruined for just making coffee and washing the dishes every day. And they refused to let us change it. So that was a really unpleasant job, and I was there for 7 years. And the work itself was great, but I finally was like, I'm not washing dishes. I'm not even loading them in the dishwasher. I'll bring paper plates. Or things I can take home and wash.
That's the way to go.
Or I'd take them home and wash them there. I'm just, oh my gosh, I was killing my back. And hi, Abda, how are you? Saf, it's nice that you get piggyback rides from your husband. Just please be careful that you don't smack your head on the ceiling.
Or if you do, make sure there's a really fast ceiling fan going at it.
Yeah. I did see a couple in Chicago a couple of years ago. Very tall man, kind of heavy set, and very, very tiny, petite woman. And I will say it looked kind of weird. Didn't look like it was a father-daughter thing, just looked unusual. But hey, if it works for you, it works for you. I was going to say I'm normal height, but that's probably not the correct phrase. I'm average height. Is it me, or does everybody else get it where you see the ships in their final position before they actually warp in?
They are popping up shortly, and then they do the pop in.
Okay, so it's not just me.
Sometimes happens, yes.
It is nice to have Ed around again, Sav, isn't it? We all missed you terribly, Ed, when you weren't feeling well.
Yeah, I missed us too.
But I'm glad you're feeling better. It's good to have you back. It was good for loot this time.
Rescue and search is most rewarding. Oh yeah.
Well, it's good to know that you follow the first rule of RPGs.
Which
Loot
is
everything. Loot everything.
Yes. I don't know if you noticed that I'm doing a morning show on the Eds when on the morning show on the days when Ed and I aren't doing this. Yes, I'm planning to hit 65 today. In leveling, not in age. We've got a little time for that in age. But on the other one, I will stop and go out and make sure we pick up the loot every single time. We go off and we get the mats every single time. And of course, then I have my crew complaining, Mom, we have a mission, Captain. Like, but you wanted upgrades. You wanted new carpeting. You wanted us to repaint the walls. This doesn't come for free. Indeed. But they are Klingons. They're into the battle, and I have to be the reasonable mom Klingon. Let's make sure I don't have any damage on this ship before we go out again.
59 looks good.
Let's see what I'm at for loot here. No, I've got plenty of... Yeah, I don't have plenty of space. Let me clean this out. Give me 1 second. Oops.
We'll do a cleanup too.
Yeah.
Just
that was a lot of loot that time. I still haven't improved any of my DPS on any of my toons. I'm still hanging around 33. But then I'm not focused on doing that these days. I'm a bad person. I have bad priorities. Okay. Up to 2.7 million and 14.5 dilithium in 3 days, so not bad. And I'm at 59, so 6 to go, Ed. Not bad. I like the notation here on dilithium. You are limited to having only 10 million in dilithium ore. You cannot earn any more dilithium ore until you drop below that amount. I'm sure somebody out there's got 10 million, probably Sav. Yes, Sav, I hope you appreciate that. All that cleanliness. And none of that stinking GPL sitting here. All right.
Ruins and Doom, another run.
Okie dokie. Runes of Doom. Launching.
Yep. And after that, we probably give a gala a courtesy visit.
Okay. Ooh. Rubber banding.
A little bit rubber banding, yes. Same here.
Oops.
Can it be that you are a little bit trigger happy?
I wasn't trying to fire. I just got hit as I was coming out of the spores.
Yeah, spore explosions are...
Well, I came out of it right into the Mokai. Bad on my part. Should have veered off just a wee bit more. Stu says I saw a Reddit post from a while ago from a guy claiming to have reached the max on 6 different toons. Well, good for him. I mean, admittedly, you can just buy refined dilithium if you want to, but that would require money. And I do not... Well, I do have that kind of money, but I don't really want to spend it on the game, to be honest. I'd rather spend it on a new house. And we did find a perfect house in Indianapolis, so I suppose going out there, getting a job, and everything else is superfluous, providing I win the lottery tonight. Sadly, however, that hasn't happened. $25.7, that's not bad. I'm sorry, 25.7 thousand zen. It still isn't bad. So I'm at 59 still, Ed. As we're at that point of it takes longer and longer to get up there. The one thing I had completely forgotten about having a free-to-play account is it doesn't auto-refine your dilithium, so if you don't check in every day, it doesn't refine it.
Oh yeah.
Which is really crummy.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're purposely doing a free-to-play? Is this just not a new character then?
This is, well, it's not purposely free-to-play. It's free-to-play because I don't have any money to get in a second account. But this account was developed because we needed accounts for Vegas last year. And this is one of the accounts that we did. But the reason I'm doing this as a separate account for the speed leveling and everything else that we're doing is, one, so that we can use it for our free-to-play section of the YouTube channel that DT and I started working on a couple of years ago, to show everybody you can do it. And the other reason is I love to play the ground missions on New Romulus, and not just staging area, but Atli, Hall Ruins, and what's the third one? Pahos Crater. Once you've played them now, they're locked out. If this toon never plays them, she can share
really
them with
crummy.
my other toons. Okay, grinding out 10 million dilithium at 8K per day is 3.4 years. Yeah, no. Not happening. Ed, shall we go on? Or do you need to clean out your loot?
We go on and we pick up an Argala
Argala? Launching.
and I have set the special patrol to elite.
Oh,
So
okay.
there are few, they are same amount of Kaizen, but yes, a little bit more experience, and I can handle those, I'm so sure.
Well, I have no doubts you can handle them, but I gotta do my damage, get my work in there. Okay, I just went to 60. Veritas, yes, you can join us, but for the reasons of efficiency, Ed has described why running this with 2 people is the most efficient in terms of leveling. That said, if you want to do some leveling with us, cool, just let's wait till after we're done with this.
Ugh.
The goal here is to see how fast I can get to 65, so we're trying to make it as efficient time-wise as possible. Kind of an experiment in progress. That said, we've been speed leveling DT's toon at night, too. And that we are doing in teams of 5, though he's still flying through that stuff pretty darn quick. But if you'd like to jump into Discord, that's totally cool. Yeah, don't die, don't die. Here we go. Let me finish this and I will send you an invitation to join us in Discord. So before I started this up this morning, there was an interesting article on my feed saying, oh, this thing will make you feel as good as eating 2,000 bars of chocolate and make you feel as successful as winning $25,000 in the lottery. I'm thinking, okay, what is this miracle? It's when you smile. So I promptly frowned because smiling doesn't make me feel like I've won $25,000 in the lottery.
From what I hear, though, it does make you look younger for longer.
Well, then I will have a big grin a la the Joker.
Yeah, they say it's good exercise for the muscles in your face.
It is. It involves a ton of muscles, but actually frowning involves more muscles.
Yeah.
But because the frown lines that you get, the muscle wear that you get when you frown, that makes you look older in terms of how we perceive it. And it also makes you look angry.
So no pouting.
But I like to pout.
But I'm not going to let you pout. I mean, there's nothing I can do to stop you, but I'm not going to let you do it anyways.
Sav says, no wonder I still look like a teenager. This is true, Sav. You must be smiling all the time. Okay, I'm at 61, so our gal is definitely good on the XP.
Yes, when it comes to higher levels, and then well, we can handle elite here, and as it's not about numbers, as we have a constant number of ships.
Oh, so y'all are doing elite then?
Here, yes, Agala on elite at that moment. For the beta quadrant patrols, we go down to advanced again, because there is now the number of ships that make the difference.
Ooh. I have a bridge officer specialization manual that I have earned.
Okay. Was too trigger happy, and now I left the system.
Well, there wasn't that much loot this time.
Yeah.
All right. Let me do one thing here. If anybody wants to join us in chat, there is the link. Barataz, there is the link to join us in Discord. As I said, for the moment, we're not going to team up on this particular run, but I'd be happy to run with you later. Oops, no, didn't mean to do that. Happy to run with you later, however, and do the same thing. I see you, Miss Money Piggy. I'm going to go ahead and empty out the loot while I'm standing here. Not that there's that much this time.
Not many, much more levels. 3 levels.
3
that
levels
should
to
be
go.
doable.
Yes. Let's just double check everything here. Can go there. That can go there. We're good. All right. And back to 9th rule, or do you want to do something else this time? Got 5 more minutes for
9th
rescue and
rule
search.
is, yes, that is now power leveling. That is 9th rule, rescue search, maybe another Ruins of Doom, but probably it's the
Very
two.
cool.
We will see.
All right.
Launched.
I'm launching. So at the moment,
Too
let's
much
see,
coffee.
we were at 3.5 hours going into today. Was that correct?
Today it's
Today we've only
we are
done
now
about
1.5 hour.
Well, actually only 1
So-
hour because we spent the first hour chit-chatting, or first half hour chit-chatting.
Okay.
So we're only an hour into this one.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
any excuse to play longer, right?
Yeah, except with being out of it yesterday, and I'll have to do all my work today. But I think I will not go traveling to Indiana this weekend. So I can actually
Darn.
work on some house stuff. Providing the weather holds out. We have had such terrible weather. Are we still on Elite, Ed? Just out of curiosity?
no, back
Oh,
to
okay.
advanced.
Alrighty. Just making sure. DT's been running a show in the afternoons, folks, and I don't know what time he's running it, but I think tonight we are not doing a show because Duffy has his Paragon Gaming 42 does his show at 7 p.m. on Fridays. And we like Duffy and we want everybody to go watch him too, so we'll take an evening off. But we will be on tomorrow afternoon and evening, I believe. Also because they're having a tent event at the local brew pub, so you can go in and buy your beer. You can't drink it there, but you can go buy it there. Local coffee, local beer, what more can you ask for?
Local whiskey, perhaps?
Actually, they have a distillery in southern Michigan that I have never been to. It's in my hometown of all places. But every time I go there, it's a 2-hour drive, and therefore I can't drink because I have a 2-hour drive home.
Mm.
And my family, I
That
still
would
have some
complicate
family
things.
members there, but not enough that I can impose on to deal with being hungover for an evening.
Well, I don't drink, so I mean, it's no big deal to me.
I don't mind drinking. I have nothing against it. I just have this thing about hangovers. I really dislike them intensely.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't say I blame you on that one, so.
I think migraines are bad, but I'll be honest, hangovers are worse.
Well, I never had one. I used to think I got migraines, but it turned out it was just because of the way I slept.
Oh, yeah.
And I found if I just don't put my head a certain way, I don't get headaches when I wake up in the morning.
Well, I had really intense migraines for years, and I was seeing a chiropractor, and he did the basic adjustments, which helped my back, but didn't help the migraines in the least. So he suggested getting a good massage every now and then. And he recommended somebody who was so intense in her massages that I actually wound up crying from the pain of the massage. So there is a good massage, and then there was this one. But long story short, it turns out the medication that my doctor had put me on for migraines also can trigger migraines.
Oh, well, a
Yeah.
little counterproductive there.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. It's a very rare side effect, but it's definitely a side effect. So I found that out and asked him about it, and he didn't even know it was a side effect. It's so bizarre and so uncommon. Yeah, you can be quiet for a moment there.
New motto of the day, loot the cute.
Loot, 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 loot. I'm up to 63. We're at 736. But I'm almost at 64 looking at these numbers. Well, you're 6'7", Smeartzlin. By the time you get enough in your system to get a hangover, it's crazy. Rescue and search.
Launching.
Launching. The thing is, I can get a hangover if I have a generous half glass of wine some days, especially when I'm in Vegas and it's so hot. So you're dehydrated.
Does eating food help with that?
It can. I mean, it offsets the speed at which you absorb alcohol. So if you've had a decent meal first, you're less likely to get intoxicated as fast.
Hangover actually is also, if you get hydrated while drinking, your hangover will be much less. But
yes.
That means you cause alcohol dehydrates you.
Yes, it does. So therefore, if you're drinking excessively and you know you're going to have a hangover in the morning, drink a lot of water before you go to bed.
Well, that only works if you're sober enough to actually drink water.
Well, I don't get that drunk. I mean,
you don't drink until you pass out?
No. Oh, God, no. I did that once by accident. I will never, ever do that again. That was a horrible day. I was very young and very stupid.
College?
No, I didn't go to college till I was in my 30s.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My husband, just before my son was born, my husband was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I suddenly had to deal with the very real possibility that I was going to be raising my son alone without a college degree and not with a lot of skills. So I decided at that point, let's go back to college. And I did, got my nursing degree, discovered I didn't like nursing, wound up in a different field entirely.
Sounds like my niece. That's what she wanted to do, was nursing, and decided wasn't for her, and she ended up dropping out. So
yeah, well, I did the stupid way. I discovered after that I didn't like it. But I wound up in a related field, so I'm okay. Or at least then I was okay. Loved it. My husband didn't die of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
yeah.
Despite 2 bouts of it now, he's just fine. Why am I backwards here? $64, Ed.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Watching the EXP just slide up into that bar. I was young and naive and needed the money. Oh, that's the sexy
So you
mom
needed the
pictures.
money, and you
Woo!
had to get. No, never mind.
I got an Admiralty ship. Yay. And I got 65. All right. 7:41. So we have been on doing this for about an hour and 15 minutes. So that makes it a grand total of 4 hours and 45 minutes, Ed.
So this character here, is this tactical engineering or
I believe she's attack.
science? Tech. Okay.
This one's attack. Actually, I take that back. She might be a psi. Gotta go look at it. What's the Somerville?
We are both scientists.
And we're both scientists. I was going to say, I thought I built her to be whatever this ship was. Since I knew I was just going to speed
It's
tune
not
her.
ship, so.
Yeah. Wow. Okay, 4 hours, 45 minutes. I'm sure somebody's done it faster, but that's pretty darn good. And all on free-to-play stuff. With the exception of the Somerville, which I did do the $10 charity donation for the ship. But I don't consider that being pay-to-play.
No. And what charity is that going to?
This one, I don't know what this go to. This was the, that is an excellent question. This was from the groupies. And Sav would know, because Sav did it too. Don't know if I've got her message in this chat or not.
I think it was the superhero charity anti-bullying initiative.
Okay, yeah, so that was...
I guess Chase Masters
Yes.
has been very busy last year on this too.
Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, if you go to Vegas, even though Cryptic hands out the holographic codes, Chase also has packages of the holographic codes for Litas, if you don't have a Lita. And she gives them away. She's very nice.
That's nice of her.
Yeah, it is. Pop Culture, Hero Coalition, and United Way. Thank you, Stu. I appreciate that. It was just a good cause. Sav recommended it, and being a good fleet mate of Sav, and obviously wanting to support the game, happy to help out when I can. And $10 was easy enough.
Yeah.
Dum 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 dum. Master plan worked out.
Yes, it did. I can imagine this would be a little more challenging if you wanted to do it in one sitting, but wasn't that
Yeah,
bad.
one sitting it just either you need a ship even more stronger,
Mm-hmm.
but that's currently not in reach. But our I know people who can do that elite until 65, but those are top DPS ships. And yes, Miss Moneypig is awesome enough.
All right, so this tune's at 65, so... Let's see, it says I can
Piggy
purchase
will
skills.
unteam now.
Okie dokie. So, next time we get together, we should take on some of those missions. Hi, Musin, how are you? Musin, we were talking about the groupies, groupies.com, where they had the 2 bundles for Star Trek. One for $2, where you'd get a heroic tribble and something else.
Caracal.
Yeah, and a Caracal. And if you bought the $10 package, you also picked up the Somerville.
And the Balts.
Yes. Let's see. Promotions here. So this was the $2 bundle, the Tribble, the Caracal, and the Title. And I'll claim that right now. And then there was also the Coalition Charity, which was the Somerfield, the Balth, and one fleet ship module, which I understand they have fixed that issue with the fleet module.
What fleet module? Or is it like a random thing?
I'm sorry, say that again?
What? Oh, fleet module. Okay.
Yeah, the fleet module. So you can get your ship leveled to a fleet one, which I'm not high enough in. Am I even in the fleet? Yes, I'm in the fleet on this one, but not quite there. Speaking of fleets, I'll put in the pitch here. Please check the Armada. While Starfleet Strike Group is completely filled up in terms of projects, and even though we keep rolling them over, Strike Group Ancillary, only the best, Strike Group SFMC Squad 42, and Hughes Heroes, Aft Flankers, and New Terran Armada are constantly putting up new projects. So if you need to burn marks, make sure you check them out. Again, that's Strike Group Ancillary, only the best, Squad 42, Hughes Heroes, Aft Flankers, and New Terran Armada. They're all relatively new fleets, so the projects are smaller, but they also turn very, very fast. So feel free to invest in them. If you're using it to get a promotion in any of the groups where I'm a fleet admiral, that would be Strike Group Armada. Group Ancillary, Strangers with Candy, Hughes Heroes, Aft Flankers, or New Terran Armada. Just drop us emails because we won't see that you made the donation, but you can tell us and we can check it out with the other fleet admirals and make sure you get credit for it. Yeah, the PC sold out in hours, Stu. You are correct. And I understand they did put more up there because honestly, it's a small price for them to put up, and it's a great cause. I think they've raised over $100,000. They've raised $76,000 in the first day, or the first weekend.
The PC. Oh, is it just a limited thing then?
Yeah, I think they put up like 10,000 of them, or something like that, 5,000 of them, and unlimited on the $2 ones for just the Tribble. But they also put it out on Xbox and PlayStation, so everybody could do it. Thank you. Strangers with Candy is the fleet developed by a former fleet mate, Farnsworth, who now lives down the street from me. And he had massively inappropriate names for fleets and ships and toons, and was an absolute hoot to play with him. He occasionally pops back in here and there. But we've kept that fleet, though we're not terribly active, just because it's a wonderful name.
Inappropriate name, huh?
Yeah, inappropriate names.
Those names.
To the extent that several people, I think Ed was one of them, was like, no, dude, no. So he changed out some of them.
Yeah, it was. He always hit both sides of the balance, and
yeah, some of them were a little over the top. That's an understatement. He's still that way, but he's not in game very often.
Yeah.
But as I said, he lives down the street from me now, so I actually haven't seen him for, oh goodness, over a week now. I probably should go offer to dog sit since I'm off today. Wow, do I have to go visit Admiral Quinn for anything, I wonder? Probably not. Nope, Admiral Quinn's got nothing to tell me other than how awesome I am. Well, on Monday, I will talk with Ed to see if we're going to start working on those few episodes where I can get better equipment. We still have to finish doing the Klingon story arc because we want to get all of that done before they start changing out the stories. And in the next 3 hours and 9... Oh, look at this. I have endeavors. Ed, I have endeavors. Woohoo!
That's 65 land.
Yeah, wow.
65 land has the cool stuff.
Wow, and I get to go do AP damage and complete 2 Iconian TFOs and restore shields on the ground. I don't think
shields on the ground. Yeah, that one's going to be a fun one.
Yeah, 18,000 on a toon that's got no ground stuff at all. Oh, well, but I can go mine in... I can't even go mining in Vlugta. I don't have an EV suit. Can't you pick one up for free?
Buy one.
Yes, Mom. We could start a mission for that. I guess quite almost. We could start a mission now just because we can, if we like.
Okay. We can do that. I am going
plus-
to... let me say this, though. I do want to set a cutoff at 8 o'clock, so in about 10 minutes. Should we just wait till the next time?
Okay, then next time.
We'll do it next time, then. Yeah, even though it's my day off, as I said, since I was sick yesterday, I have to kind of catch up with a ton of work today.
But you will get free EV suits from the missions, too.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
don't
that's
you
true.
get a free one if you have lifetime?
Well, this tune is not lifetime. This tune is a free-to-play.
Well, then, no, you don't get a free one there. But you can pick up, like, a basic EV suit.
Oh, I know.
Like, sure. Couple of diamonds.
Yeah, I can pick one up on Vlugta for, it's like 250 EC or something. It's really cheap.
It wants some dilithium.
I have some dilithium, but yeah, it would also be my first endeavor point, so it would be worth it. And let's see then, did it open up reputation? Okay, so reputation is now opened as well.
Either way, Mom, you can just go to the dilithium store
Yes.
and
EV
look
suits.
in EV suits, and used EV suits will do.
85 dilithium on sale. Ooh. Yeah, I wouldn't want to use it in a combat
that's a
situation.
discount from the fleet progress. Yes, and
Well, I
okay,
can-
85 dilithium. Your 85 dilithium are a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
I have just made the sacrifice. And I put the protected status on it so I don't accidentally flip through it and buy everything. Ooh, and I got the Gamma Quadrant duty officers too. Woo! All these prizes. Woohoo! Come on, click off there. There we go. Let me check on chat. Someone advising you on how to get an EV suit as a non-subscriber. Well, you know what, Mr. Dave? You could know a lot of stuff about the game, and still, somebody's going to know more than you do.
Different areas.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a group thing. I mean, we're writing the stupid book. Well, stupid book, not the stupid book, but it's very tedious. Writing the first one was challenging. Writing just the game mechanics for Ground has taken me months, and I'm still finding out things I never knew. And I've been playing it since day one. Unbelievable.
That long?
Thank you, Smirtzlin. I definitely read what you just said and agree with you totally. Oh, I haven't picked up the Sally Ride. Can I pick up the Sally Ride with this one?
Yes, of course. Travel to the Narendra system and see her in sector space.
I shall head
She's
over. Thank you very
flying there
much,
wrong.
Mason.
Yeah,
So-
definitely good advice.
Yeah, actually, that is one of the fleet goals I have for us to have Cryptic appreciate something that we do to the extent that we get recognized the way that the Sally Ride got recognized. Smearslin, it is my goal to make the fleet a happy place for everybody, and when I stop being a good fleet mom, I hope somebody tells me. And kicks my butt when I'm not being a good fleet mom. Come on.
I'm afraid Illinois is going to be a little out of my range.
Oh?
Yeah, my legs aren't that long. I can't kick your butt from here.
Well, I'll come down there and visit you.
Okay,
Yeah, I was just looking at
I'd
this.
go for
and
that.
That could be one of my stops on my trip. The problem with going to Las Vegas from Chicago is it's flat and boring. Once you get past...
Yep.
So let's go from...
Does Route 66 go through Las Vegas?
Good question. I don't know.
Because I know that it starts in Chicago and it ends up somewhere in California,
Yes, it does. Let's see.
and it goes through Amarillo. So
I'm not determined to stick to main routes, but let's see, what have they got here? Yeah, they do have I-40 as being one of the... Oh, goody, I put it all in here and it disappeared. Don't do that. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Okay. So yeah, it's got I-40. But I had thought about detouring slightly via, Memphis. We have a fleet mate down in, where is our fleet mate?
Mom.
Not Louisville.
And what was the thing again where you got the deuterium surplus recipe from?
Oh, I haven't even
You have
found
to
that
go-
yet. This tune
Yeah,
is
or around the bottom of the map.
this tune is now 5 days old, so we have missed a lot of it. I was going to say that we have a fleet mate in
Yeah.
Louisville, but I think he's in Lexington, slightly further away.
Because picking up that deuterium surplus is a optional part of the game, so you haven't missed anything.
Ooh, I have one free
Right.
perk point.
Ooh.
And I can pick anything. Anything for my
Um,
first freed one. Okay, folks, if all the stuff...
No. If you click on the spend perk points, you get to spend them on only one of 3, right?
See, I'm looking at that, see? It's the first one. I think you can pick it out.
Not as far as I know, but
Okay.
if so, then damage output. Energy damage output.
Well, let's see. Hang on a second here. Okay. Let me click back in there. Yeah, it's not giving me an option. It's got every single thing on here open.
I thought I saw 3.
I think the dialogue is below the big dialogue.
Yeah.
Move it around a little bit. Close the map and stuff. So
Let's see if we can
I
get
think
something.
it's hiding your options.
It could be. Let's see. So there's my endeavors. That's just my endeavors. But in my perks, when you go to it and you hit the click on the spend perk points,
No.
it's not giving me the typical 3 dialogue.
No, but click the dialogues away, close it all. Because the
Really,
actual
map
pop-up
down.
window...
There it is. Okay.
is-
So I have drain resist,
It's
max
hiding.
shields, and health ground.
yeah.
I'm
What
going to
do
go.
you- Space.
Pardon?
Yeah, it all sounds
I-
good to me.
max shields space.
That was my thought too on this tune.
Yeah. That would be the better option at the moment.
And I now have the Sally ride. Yay. All right. Bummer. That would have been fun to get to pick out your first one from anything.
No.
And can do the reputation game.
All right.
And somewhere at the bottom near Forcas and Cestus
Okay.
is like a little location that has the deuterium surplus. It's somewhere at the bottom of the map there, near Nukara.
I guess it spells A something.
All this stuff to do. Here we go again.
And again.
And again,
And
yeah.
again. And again.
3 new tunes on this account, and I still haven't finished all of the episodes on my old one, though I did finish the arc on my Riemann, who I believe was my Delta. No, not Delta. What was the one with the temporal one? So is that Delta recruits?
Temporal is TOS, temporal operative recruits or TOS recruits.
Okay.
Delta was
You want to go to the Elhina system in the Elhina system in the
Hang on a second. There we go. Whew. The Alhena system? Alhena system? This one?
Yeah. And there it's the mission defense contract to get that R&D recipe for the deuterium surplus.
There it is. Okay. On my way.
Those will help out until you can get a faster engine in
That was my bad, Smearslin. I apologize. Mr. Dave, is it possible to get those cool fighter ships on a Constitution refit? That's a question I don't have an answer for. Mr. Dave, I am totally coming to Albuquerque specifically because I love green chili. I used to have family members there, and I was a kid when I went down there the first time, and it was like, this stuff is awesome. So yes, this is part of my trip. Probably will go to, the sailing ride, we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, Albuquerque is definitely on the list of places to go on this trip. Sailing Ride, if I remember right, was a group of people who did RPGs and a YouTube channel of doing Star Trek Online RPGs. They did acting, voice acting, original scripts. And when they disbanded, they were recognized by Cryptic with the creation of the Sally Ride ship, which is very cool. But yes, and so, Mr. Dave, if I come to Albuquerque, I intend to meet you.
And when the Sally Ride came into game, we have not been told where it is. Until people, of course, found her, and then the message spread.
Okay, Mr. Dave, I don't know if you saw Muson's response. The Connie flight deck fighters are only with the ship as an unlock, and there's no way to get them other than the legendary bundle or promo pack. And I will have to go back and get my ship fixed at some point. Oh, we've got one. I'll fix it right now. And I'm going to do this, and then I am going to... Oh, there's the Flipperty Gibbet. Hi there.
Hey there.
That's Ed's ship, the
Flipperty
Flipperty
Gibbet.
Gibbet. Or the Flipperty Gibbet, depending on how you want to say that. Okay. No, I don't want to do that. How come I didn't go to Alhena? There's Alhena. Feel the wrath of the Darkmom Consortium.
Some reason I get no mission here.
Yeah.
Maybe I have done too few other missions, kind of that. I will check with Ed number one's most prolific captain and see if he gets it.
Smearslin, there's nothing like beating up Lita and going, prepare to feel the wrath of the... Oh, too much damage.
You've not heard the last of me.
Yes, we have, until we're done with you. Well, folks, I do need to log off to go back and deal with real-life stuff for the next couple hours. I will be back on this afternoon. Ed, thank you ever so much. Musin, thank you ever so much. Smearslin, Mr.
Pleasure.
Dave, Sav, who's gone, Jack Wonder, everybody who joined us from Cowtip and Stew, thank you very much. Loontoon, thank you very much. Appreciate everybody joining us today. I may break protocol and be on tomorrow morning. I haven't decided yet. What's going on there? Stu, thank you very much for the follow. We appreciate that. Please don't forget we're going to go to Vegas if Vegas happens. I decline to send them money until I've got confirmation, but we're going to have to make a decision by June the 5th. So, on at that point. Loontoon, thank you for the follow. Again, very nice of you guys. We appreciate it. Please make sure you follow everybody you like. It really helps them out in terms of the levels that they get here in whatever the heck, we're on Twitch. It's definitely helpful for them. So I'm going to log off here for the morning. I want to thank everybody who joined us. We will be back maybe this afternoon. We had somebody who wanted to join us. If anybody ever wants to do the speed leveling, please give us a note and we can make that a fun thing to do. Ed, thank you very much. I'm going to stay on here for a bit, Ed, but I'm going to close up the show. So everyone, have a great afternoon. Say goodbye if you're in chat with me.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. We'll talk to you
Goodbye.
later. Bye.